Hello everybody, welcome to Tiger Tales, a place where you'll find stories and fanfictions written by me and read to you guys in an audiobook format. Now before we dive into today's story, I do just want to note that all my fanfictions are fictions written by a fan, me, and I don't intend on breaching copyright or infringing on the original content that the stories are based off. So with that, let's dive into Alexis the Vampire Slayer, where I've melded the worlds of Teen Wolf and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and maybe more. So let's dive in with Alexis the Vampire Slayer, Chapter 3, A Demon from Home. 2 days went by since the earthquake. Alexis woke up to the sun setting. She rubbed her eyes and got dressed. She walked into the kitchen and opened the fridge. She pulled out a jar filled with pig's blood. She removed the lid and took a big gulp. She then put it back in the fridge. She then went back upstairs. She put on her trainers and a jacket. She made sure that she was wearing her white top with a brown leather jacket. She put on a pair of jeans and made sure that her trainers were tied tightly. She then left the house and started jogging. She ran up to the school field and found Logan playing lacrosse once again. She sat on the benches watching Logan practice. When he finished, she jogged over to her. "Hey girl, I didn't realise you'd be here," Logan asked in a short breath. "I ain't got nothing else to do, man," Alexis sighed. "Yeah, alright, fair enough," Logan smiled. "Wanna do something tonight?" Alexis asked. "Yeah, there's a fair on in town if you wanna go," Logan replied. "Yeah, see, that is what I'm talking about," Alexis cheered. Logan and Alexis walked into the school where she waited for Logan to get dressed. Logan came out of the changing rooms wearing a plain black top and a pair of jeans. Logan and Alexis headed into town and explored the fair. There were a few rides and several food stands with hot dogs and cotton candy to offer. The town was loud with chatter and music. The streets were filled with sugar-driven teens and half-drunken adults. "Wanna go on a ride?" Logan asked. "Have you seen the lines? They are ridiculous. Let's get something to snack on first," Alexis replied. "Wait, when you say snack on," Logan questioned. "I meant a hot dog, you cheeky little fucker," Alexis snapped as she punched Logan in the arm. Okay, 2 hot dogs coming up," Logan chuckled. He then walked up to the hot dog stand and ordered 2 hot dogs, with tomato ketchup, yellow mustard, and of course, fried onion. "Guessing you haven't found those 2 wolves from the other night?" Alexis asked with a mouthful. "No, I checked the whole school. They definitely don't go there," Logan sighed. "They're our only way to find that crazy chick with a sword," Alexis stated. "Yeah, I know," Logan muttered. Alexis watched the crowd, watching the people having fun, when suddenly she saw it. A greenish yellow-skinned figure with reptilian features. On his head was a mohawk of blade-like plates similar to a stegosaurus. Alexis passed the rest of her hot dog to Logan, then ran into the crowd and followed the creature. "Hey, where are you going?" Logan called out. Alexis ignored him, and nor did she turn around to see Logan at all. She focused on the creature. She then found it walking into an alleyway. Alexis chased after it. The alleyway ended up through a bush and into a car park, where the creature just stood there. She scanned around the car park. Luckily, it was empty. "Who are you?" Alexis barked. The creature turned around and she recognized the creature instantly. He was a demon from her world. They were known as the Makuot clan. "Hello, Slayer," the demon grinned. "You know I'm the Slayer?" Alexis said confusedly. "Yes, and I'm here to kill you, so I can go home," the demon replied. "Wait, go home? What do you mean by that?" Alexis asked. "It means you die," the demon growled. Then he revealed his inner forearms. Both had long, thin slits going down his inner forearms. He flung his arms and small organic blades came out of the slits of his arms, and he caught both the blades, then threw them both at Alexis. Alexis rolled to one side, dodging the attack. The demon summoned 2 more blades from his arms, then ran at Alexis at full speed. Alexis jumped over the demon and landed behind him. She spun around and kicked him in the back. "You make a fool of Krunik of the Makuot clan," the demon snarled. "Hey bud, you decided to come up to Beacon Hills looking like this," Alexis mocked, pointing at him. Krunik then threw one of the blades and quickly summoned another one in its place. The blade flew at Alexis. She swung her leg, kicking the blade away. Then Krunik ran at the Slayer and swung his blades down at her. She grabbed his wrist and then kicked him in the stomach. Then she pulled him over herself, flipping the demon over her, throwing him into the ground. She then placed her foot on top of the demon's chest, keeping him on the ground. "What did you mean by go home? Where is your home?" Alexis barked. "Sunnydale," Krunik grunted. "Sunnydale doesn't exist here. I checked. It's the first thing I did when I arrived to this stupid dimension," Alexis said. "I got transported here," Krunik grunted once more. "What do you mean by transported?" Alexis asked. "I was found by the dealer, and they gave me a way home. The payment, your head," Krunik explained. "What?" Alexis snapped. Then she turned around and took a few steps away. Her mind started racing. Did Angel and the gang send other demons through the portal? Are they after her? And who was this dealer? She thought to herself. Krunik jumped to his feet and summoned 2 more blades from his slits in his forearms. Alexis turned to see him, ready to strike. "Dude, please, this dance isn't getting you anywhere. You ain't leading," Alexis mocked. Krunik then ran at Alexis. This time his steps weren't calculated at all, or thought out. He was getting sloppy with his attacks. Alexis swiftly stepped on one side, Krunik flying past her. Her face shifted, revealing her vampire face and fangs. "Wait, you're a vampire?" Krunik stated with a stunned look. Alexis walked up to Krunik. She swung his blades at her, but she grabbed his wrist, and with combined strength of her Slayer powers and her vampire strength, she placed her other hand on his arm, and then with a swift push she forced Krunik to stab himself in the neck with his own blade. Krunik started choking, and the blood seeped out of the wound. Alexis' face shifted back, and she grabbed the handle of the blade, which was lodged into the demon's throat. "I just want to go home," Krunik muttered through a mouthful of blood. Then Alexis pulled the blade across the demon's throat, pulling it free, ripping his throat open in the process, blood splattering the ground as she did. Krunik of the Mikasa clan dropped dead. "Yeah, I want to go home too," Alexis whispered. Alexis dropped to her knees and stayed there for a good couple minutes. Suddenly, Logan came bounding out of the bushes, his eyes glowing yellow. He ran up to Alexis and dropped to her side, his eyes quickly changing back to normal. He wrapped his arms around Alexis. "What the hell is he?" Logan asked after a minute of holding Alexis. "He's a demon from my world," Alexis told him. "Wait, he's from your world? Whoa," Logan said in shock. "Logan, he was trying to get back to Sunnydale. My life was his payment to someone called the dealer," Alexis explained. "You think there's more people from your world here?" Logan asked. "I think I ain't the only one who was brought here, yeah. I think someone doesn't want a Slayer around," Alexis said. "He knew you were the Slayer?" Logan stated. Alexis nodded. "Are you sure he wanted to go home and he wasn't like you, bounty hunter, or just nuts?" Logan asked. "No, he looked scared. I could smell the fear off him. Not fear of me. It was like the fear of the unknown," Alexis replied. Logan just took a deep breath. "Now what do we do, girl?" Logan asked. "We've got to bury him. Beacon Hill Sheriff will not be able to explain this, and they're going to be all over this," Alexis said. Logan nodded. Then he got up and walked away, back into the bushes where he burst from. Half an hour went by, and Alexis just sat there, confused and angry. Logan drove up in his Ford Ranger Raptor pickup truck and parked next to Alexis and the dead demon. He climbed out of the truck and picked up the demon corpse and placed him in the back. He made sure that it was locked and secure. Then Alexis and Logan climbed in, and Logan drove off. They found a section of the forest which was enclosed by trees and in a circle formation, and decided to bury him there. Logan pulled out 2 shovels and from the back of his truck, and both of them started digging. Krunik was gently placed inside the makeshift grave, and they started burying him. "Got a funny feeling he isn't the only one that this dealer has spoken to," Alexis muttered as she shoveled up the dirt. "Yeah, I've got that same feeling too," Logan replied. "You don't have to keep tagging along, I can leave you out of this." "I can leave if that's easier," Alexis said. Logan stopped digging. "Hey, I told you the night I found you. I've got you. And I mean it, Alexis. Scarlet's pact left Beacon Hills under my pact's protection. My pact's gone. Well, now it's just me. So if people and demons, shall I say, are threatening Beacon Hills, you can bet your ass I'm fighting back," Logan explained. Then he carried on digging. Alexis just smiled slightly. "Thanks, Logan," Alexis muttered. You're welcome. Besides, if we find more demons who are after you, we might need to find this dealer. They might be able to help you find a way home, Logan stated. Yeah, maybe, Alexis shrugged. She thought about it. She was quite surprised she hadn't thought of that. They carried on digging. Then, when the demon was all buried, they placed the shovels back into the back of the truck, and they headed home. Logan went to bed to get some sleep before school started. Alexis grabbed the pig's blood from the fridge and sat in her room on her bed and sipped it. She sat there in her own thoughts. Confusion, anger, and sadness all swirled in her head. There we have it, guys. We have chapter 3. Now, I know, again, a short one, but I'm building to something bigger here, and yeah, I just hope you guys are enjoying. I just want to quickly use this time to tell you guys about a few other people that you might want to go check out. If you're enjoying my stories, then you might want to go check out Cosplay Dude 637. He's got 2 podcasts on Spotify. Storytime with Cosplay Dude 637, with stories such as Sword Art Online, Shadowhunters, X-Men, and his original story. Then he's got a Power Rangers Universe 19 podcast, where he has a whole bunch of Power Rangers storylines and Kamen Rider. You might want to go check out his stuff. He's absolutely brilliant, and he's my power Tai. So make sure you go and check him out. Also, Mark, the Red Cornish Ranger, has a podcast on Spotify called Nerds Through Comics, which he turns his favourite comic books into audio dramas with a whole voice cast, including myself. He's also going to start doing his own original stories on there, so make sure you go follow both of them. And then if you enjoy podcasts and you like listening to 2 bumbling idiots being idiotic about stuff, then go check out the Balkan Scholar Podcasting, because they're smart dudes who bumble about idiotic things like Power Rangers and other Tokatsu series, whilst talking about aliens and all sorts of stuff. They're just random dudes, but they're absolutely awesome, so make sure you go check it out. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you've enjoyed the story. There's more coming, and I shall see you guys very soon.